the police officer ordered several of the most expensive dishes at the restaurant. But when it was time to pay, he realized he had forgotten to bring his money. The waiter thought the police officer was trying to skip out on the bill. To prove himself, the officer pulled out a lottery ticket he had just bought.
If this ticket wins, I'll come back tomorrow and split the proceeds. And if it doesn't, I'll still come back and leave you a tip. What do you think?
The waiter didn't pay much attention to this, but what no one expected was that when the lottery drawing happened that night, the ticket actually won the grand prize. The prize was even as high as $64 million. His wife was so excited she danced around. Even after excluding the other winners that day, they would still receive a huge sum of $4 million. But Charlie couldn't be happy, because he had promised earlier that day, if he won he would give half of the prize money to the waiter. After a long internal struggle, Charlie finally decided to confess everything to his wife. When she found out, she instantly lost control of her emotions, because she knew exactly what kind of person her husband was. Charlie had always loved helping others. However, his wife was completely different. She was extremely selfish and picky. That morning, after having a wonderful dream, his wife ordered Charlie to use their wedding anniversary number to buy a lottery ticket. But fate seemed to play a trick on them. Charlie bought the wrong number. Their wedding anniversary was on the 27th, but he bought the 26th. Just as his wife was about to get angry at him, she discovered that the wrong ticket actually won the grand prize. But the joy didn't last long. Charlie mentioned his promise to the waiter, and his wife immediately became very angry, adamantly opposing giving away $2 million. To her, this was a betrayal of their marriage and family. But Charlie was unmoved. His integrity and sense of commitment made it impossible for him to ignore his promise to the waiter. After a long night, Charlie still hesitated, because he had never lied in his life. But he also had to consider his wife's feelings. To ease his guilt, he prepared $5,000 and a thoughtful small gift, hoping to make amends in some way. But when Charlie walked into the familiar little shop, the story took an unexpected turn. The waiter beat him to the punch and apologized first.
I really want to apologize for yesterday. I was so rude. It's just that it was pretty much the worst day of my life from start to finish.
It turned out the waiter's name was Eva. She had always wanted to be a stage actress, so she came to New York alone to pursue her dream. But reality was like an unfinished play. Years passed quickly, and she was still just a waitress. What was worse, Eva had encountered a terrible man in her life. The man who had once promised her the world ended up disappearing with all her savings and credit cards. But even so, Eva never lost hope in life. Her optimism and resilience made Charlie feel immense admiration and sympathy, so he couldn't bear to deceive a girl like her. Then he pulled out the carefully prepared small gift. It was a beautiful glasses chain. Yesterday, Charlie had noticed that Eva was always struggling to find her glasses. This chain might help solve that little problem. Eva hadn't been this happy in a long time. Then Charlie brought up their agreement from yesterday and gave Eva the choice.
Double the tip or half of what I won in the lottery.
That agreement.
How about we make it your choice? Door number 1, double the tip. Door number 2, half of what I won in the lottery.
Eva felt Charlie's gentle nature, so she didn't want to take any advantage from him. Considering this, Eva decided to choose the lottery ticket with the extremely low chances of winning.